Okay, quick question.
Yeah.
If someone is Cleveland curious and they asked you, what's actually happening in Cleveland next year, what do you say?
I say, first of all, welcome. Second, how much time do you have?
Yeah, we do have a lot on the horizon.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. You know what's wild?
What's that?
Cleveland is about to undergo, or some might say currently undergoing, its biggest transformation since the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking billions of dollars with a B in major developments, planned or underway, and hundreds of millions of dollars in major developments launching just in 2026.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to frame 2026. And what fascinates me is how interconnected all of these projects are.
Yeah.
It shows that there's really some strategic planning and collaboration and alignment happening behind the scenes here,
Right.
which is what you really need to get these major transformative projects through to the finish line.
Yeah, so let's break down these developments because, they're not just a new tower or a new multi-family project somewhere. They're literally reshaping how people will experience the city. Starting with, of course, the massive Brown Stadium project out in Brook Park.
Oh, yes, that's a big one. And I'd say the engineering details on this are actually pretty revolutionary.
Right? Yeah, I mean, the way they designed it with that translucent roof and what they're calling, quote, the closest seats in the NFL to the field, it's going to completely change the game day experience. Plus, being able to scale from 6,000 to 75,000 seats is pretty impressive engineering. It opens up a lot of doors to, different types of events.
And having that flexibility is crucial because let's be honest, how many times have we been to events in a partially filled venue that just feels, empty and sad, right?
Yeah, and speaking of smart design choices, the entertainment district they're planning around it is kind of fascinating. I mean, they're essentially creating a new neighborhood that's active year-round, not just on game days.
Yeah, this reminds me of the way European cities design their stadium districts.
Yep.
It's creating a destination for people, not just a new venue to go to.
Right.
It's an experience.
Yeah, exactly. And that brings us to another game-changing project, which we talked about in our last episode, Irish Town Bend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the overall transformation of that riverfront is going to be incredible.
Yeah, this is so exciting. And I think, to me, one of the more visible projects for most people if you are traversing through downtown. But what's the timeline looking like again for this project?
So the stabilization, which is probably the most fundamental part and, the biggest lift of that project, that wraps up early 2026. And then the Cleveland Foundation Centennial Trail construction will kick off this spring. And what I love about this project, too, is yeah, it's a park, but it's so much more than that. It's also, and you know what else I love about this entire project? Yeah, it's a new green space, but it's also such a key connectivity enhancer for the entire region, really.
Yeah, it's actually finally completing the Ohio and Erie Canal towpath. It's going to connect our trail system here to the 101 miles of towpath trail, which is really going to be a major boost for overall connectivity.
Yeah, then when you add in the playground, picnic areas, cafe, outdoor music pavilion, it's really transforming what is essentially unused space into a community hub.
Yes. Now let's talk about the Patrick S. Parker Community Sailing Center, because this project is honestly revolutionary for Cleveland's relationship with Lake Erie.
Yeah, this might actually be my favorite project of them all. I mean, the way they've designed it with universal access in mind, adaptive equipment, wheelchair accessibility throughout. It's making the lake accessible to everyone. And I guess more importantly, it's bridging that divide between the lake, the shoreway, and the neighborhoods, and really making Lake Erie a place that's not just, nearby. It's a place that we can go to.
Yes, and the programming they're planning is so comprehensive, from youth sailing programs to community race nights. It's really about knocking down barriers and creating a new culture around the lake, which I think is cool.
Yeah, and when you look at successful waterfront cities, they all have this in common. They make their waterfronts accessible and programmable. And Cleveland is finally embracing that model. We have this project. We have real movement on the downtown lakefront, our riverfronts.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for decades, a century even, if you think about the downtown lakefront. And we're finally taking big steps towards that and seeing real progress.
Yes, and speaking of embracing new models, the zoo's Primate Forest project is completely reimagining what a modern zoo exhibit can be.
The scale of this thing is just incredible. 140,000 square feet of indoor space divided into 3 distinct habitats. And the fact that they're putting the orangutans in an outside enclosure for the first time ever,
Yeah.
That's huge. So I find that very cool.
Yeah, and from what I understand, the technology they're incorporating into the forest home entrance, it's going to be pretty cutting-edge stuff.
Yeah, it really is. So using interactive tech, because everybody is these days, and these amazing play structures that are designed to teach kids about conservation while they're having fun. That's a pretty hefty, $60 million investment. So it shows that they're serious about this.
Yeah, and I think it touches on another sort of common through line for all these projects is that they're about building experiences, right?
Absolutely right, yeah. And people are really seeking out experiences now. And the Rock Hall expansion is another perfect example.
For sure.
That's a $100 million investment that is reimagining how people interact with music history. And it's happening right there on the lakefront. So again, full circle.
The way that they're designing that free atrium space, with the community stairs and lake views,
Yeah.
it's just one more way that we're reconnecting with the lakefront. And I think opening up doors for a lot more people to really experience the beauty of that.
Yeah, and what I find really striking about all this is the timing.
Yeah.
Having all these major projects coming online in roughly the same time frame is really going to, accelerate this incredible momentum we've been gaining.
And that momentum builds on itself.
Yeah.
Each successful project makes the next one more likely to succeed.
Yeah, sure.
It shows government, developers, investors that there is demand for this. We can make this happen. So let's do it.
Yeah, and when you look at cities that have successfully transformed themselves, it often happens in these concentrated bursts of development. It's like reaching a tipping point.
So what should people be watching for as these projects move forward?
Yeah, keep an eye on how these different pieces start connecting with each other. I think that's one of the most fundamental aspects of this entire thing.
Yeah.
The Sailing Center connects to the Mandel Community Trail, which connects to University Circle. Irishtown Bend Project connects to the Towpath Trail. It's really creating this web of experiences.
That's what I think really makes this moment so exciting. Yes, these are all individual projects in different parts of the region. When you step back and really look at it, it's not the piecemeal development that it might appear to be on the surface.
Right.
It's really this unspoken, unified effort across the region that says, hey, look, we're doing this.
Agreed.
We're going back to the water. We're making the most of what we have. We're building a new Cleveland.
And the best part really is, this is just the beginning. These projects are all laying the groundwork for even more development in the years to come. Things that are already planned, underway, or other opportunities that might pop up. We're really setting ourselves up for the future.
Well, I think we've given people plenty to look forward to in 2026 and beyond.
Indeed we have. And we'll keep tracking these developments as they progress from plans to reality. And that'll do it for us today. So thank you all for tuning in.
Take care, guys. The Clevelander is an unscripted podcast brought to you by the Greater Cleveland Partnership and created with the help of the latest in AI tools. To learn more, visit greatercle.com.